right, third grade, it is Handwriting Wednesday, as always. And we are going to be working in our handwriting book, so make sure you have that out and about and ready to go. You also need a pencil. You also need your dry erase board. I like you to use your dry erase board to practice your cursive. So make sure you have your dry erase board as well, and a marker. And a handy dandy pencil. Make sure you have one of those. Mine just fell on the ground, so I have to pick it up. Okay. We're going to get started. So, we've learned so much in our handwriting book. We learned T, U, I. We have learned E, W, B, and L. We learned H. Now we're moving on to F. We are flying right through this. We are on page 41 today, and we're just going to be on page 41 today. So, we're going to practice the letter F. First things first, I want to trace this. I want to get the hand motions down. So I can practice on my dry erase board. Flip-flops. Undercurve, loop back, slant, loop forward, undercurve. Let's try it. Follow the arrow up, undercurve, loop. Oh, an H does that. And then loop back, slant. Oh, I go below the bottom line there. This one's in the basement. And then I'm going to loop forward and then an undercurve. Boy, this one is tricky. Tricky, but we can do hard things. Let's take another stab at this. We're going to undercurve, loop back, slant all the way down past the red line, loop forward like you're making like a B at the bottom, and then undercurve, connecting that middle part. I'm going to trace these all the way through so I can really get a feel for this. Follow up, loop, loop, touch, undercurve, undercurve, loop, down past the red line. This one falls in the basement. This one falls in the basement area. Loop, touch, curve, up, down, loop, touch, curve, curve, loop, loop, touch, curve, curve, loop, touch, curve. Let's try that on our boards before we start doing this down here. So if your board has lines, that's great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. So first things first, we're going to do that undercurve that we know so well. Undercurve, kind of like we're making that H. You remember? Let's review H. The H that we know so well is undercurve, loop, bump, up. That's the H. Well, an F is similar to that. An F has that first, what's similar is that first part, that undercurve, loop, down, except you keep going, and then you're going to curve forward. And then you're going to touch where the red line is, or right there on the bottom, and curve back up again. Now, is that my best one? Probably not. I'm going to try again with a slant. I'm going to turn my book a little bit so I can get that nice slant. Loop, up, curve. Oh, look how fancy that is. This is an F. This is a what? Oh, this is an F. Loop, curve. So I recommend really getting this down using your dry erase board and marker. You know why? Because the slippery surface really helps. It really helps you get those movements. So practice this as much as you like before moving on to your book. Stop the video and practice if you need more time, or you can watch it all the way through and then try it yourself. So now I'm going to go all the way to the stop sign. I'm going to just follow these letters down so I can follow the steps. Just like that. And remember to circle your best one. Practice makes better. Ooh, that definitely wouldn't be mine. Curve, loop, down past the red line, up to the red line, touch, and curve out. Curve, down, touch, curve up. Remember, you don't pick up your hands when you are doing cursive. Curve, down, touch, curve up. Curve, loop, loop, up. Curve, loop, loop, up. Keep doing that. Do that again on the next line and then stop. And then down here, you're going to be practicing connecting with letters that you already know. I would recommend tracing these and then trying them. Here's that F. And then remember, each cursive letter has a connector. So that's why it has that fancy loop. You see F's is right here. Because that's what you use to connect to another letter. This letter reminds me of my mother because her name is Frida. Frida, Frida, Frida. I always thought my mom had the best cursive writing. She really did. So really, really practice these. Now I'm moving ahead. I didn't trace the top, but I want you to. I want you to really trace these and even take a step further and practice it on your whiteboard before attempting these. Fool, we're getting into spelling real words here. Can you write your name yet? Practice writing your name today. Can you write your name in cursive? After you finish your F assignment, I want you to practice writing your name in cursive. Well, if you say, Mrs. Cosnell, we haven't learned all the letters yet. Well, here is a little cheat sheet. Here is a cheat sheet on page, in the beginning, 17, page 17. You can see all the cursive letters, the uppercase and the lowercase, and you can decide where you can not just decide, your name is your name, but look for the letters in your name. And then practice your name on your dry erase board or on a piece of paper, however you like, as long as you're practicing. So after you practice your F today, I want you to practice your name. Practice your name. And that's okay if we haven't fully learned those letters yet. It's okay to go for it. Beef. Fit. Left. Woo! That one got a little funky, but you can still read it. Practice makes better. Now, remember to circle your best ones. And we will be learning letter K next week. Also, what I want you to do is go back and practice on your whiteboard, your H's. You can practice your B's, your L's, your E's, your U's, your I's. Have fun with this. Handwriting's fun.